Hello friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Valeria and in this pick a card reading we are going to see what your intuition or your higher self has to tell you. So this video is specifically for you guys who feel like your intuition or your higher self is sending you some kind of message but you're not really sure what it is or what it means, or you just want the confirmation. So then this is indeed your video, and as you can see we have 4 piles to choose from. We have pile number 1 with the black tourmaline, pile number 2 with the labradorite pyramid, we have pile number 3 with the rose quartz, and pile number 4 with the amethyst. So you can pause the video if you need to, you can meditate on the cards, just do whatever you need to do just to tune in with the cards and pick the pile that suits you the best. And I will give you some time to, focus on the card and such. And once you have picked your pile, you can skip to your reading using the timestamps I will provide for you down below. So I will see you in your reading. Hello to you guys who picked pile number 1 and who picked the black tourmaline. So I pre-shuffled some oracle cards for you guys already, but I want to start off with the tarot, so I'll put these aside for the moment. So let's see what it is that your intuition wants to tell you. And I feel for you guys that you are someone who is already quite intuitive, or you are aware of your intuition and of your inner voice, but you are indeed struggling a little bit with listening to it and understanding it, and especially understanding the language in which it speaks to you. And I was already thinking about making a video explaining how you can communicate with your angels as well, with your spirit guides. So let me know if that is something that you would be interested in. But as you can see, I pulled the 3 of Wands here. So this is indeed again that feeling of wondering, of looking around, trying to understand your intuition. I see that you are really willing to understand it and really willing to learn, but it feels like you are in a forest, like in a very thick forest, and you don't know the way, and there is no path to lead you. There's no one to guide you through the forest, and you don't really know what is real, what is not, what is actually your intuition, what is just wishful thinking and such. And you're really trying to figure that out yourself. And I see that you're also looking up information on internet, on YouTube. I'm sure there are also a lot of blogs who talk about intuition and following your intuition. So let's see what pops up next. But I see that with this card, because we do see a couple of leaves here on the side, as if this little fairy is in a forest, and you might feel like you are indeed in this thick forest and you cannot find your way. But as you can see here, the fairy is looking towards a clearing. So it's much easier, it's much simpler than you're thinking, pile number 1. Like you're thinking too difficult about it. We have the Lovers. So I see with the Lovers card that your intuition is telling you to love yourself a little bit more, and in that way, or you can become more confident not only of yourself, but you can also become more trusting of that inner voice that you have. We also have the 3 of Cups. So yeah, this is really about cherishing yourself, about cherishing your intuition basically. Because I was also picking this up yesterday when I was doing another reading for someone else, that at first our intuition, or our inner voice, or gut feeling it's also called, at first it feels as if it's separate from us, like it's some weird voice in our head or in our heart that is telling us to do something. And it feels very separate at times, even though it's not separate, like it's a part of us. But because at a very young age we are taught to ignore that voice, or we are not taught to listen to it basically, and we kind of lose touch with that inner voice, with our intuition. And because of that, our intuition also doesn't feel like talking to us anymore, because we have proven to it that we don't want to listen. And if you don't want to listen to your intuition, then why should it be talking to you? So I see that for you guys, your intuition is still talking to you, but it's just a very faint voice, and it's difficult for you to hear, and it's difficult for you to understand. And the funny thing is, what your intuition is actually telling you to do, or wants you to know, is exactly what will help you to become more in tune with your intuition. And the message that it's giving you is to try to integrate that part of you, try to integrate that intuition, and trust more that inner feeling. And this type of trust, it also doesn't happen overnight. I mean, you can see your intuition as a child after it has been hurt or abused by someone. It also doesn't trust everyone immediately again, but it needs some time to become comfortable again, and to trust you again, basically. So that is what your intuition wants you to do as well. It wants you to take care of yourself, and in that way you can start to hear that voice, that inner voice of yours, become louder. And the last tarot card we have is the King of Cups, which is a very, very beautiful card. There is the dragon. The dragon speaks all about power, it speaks about wisdom, and it is the King of Cups. And cups, emotions, water, it's also about intuition. So I see that you have a very deep pool of wisdom and of intuition within yourself, but right now it's kind of locked. It's locked off. Like you feel like you can't reach it. But the thing is that the path towards your intuition might be dark right now, but it doesn't mean that you are unable to find it. You just need to feel your way through the darkness, basically, and you should start to trust yourself, and in that way you also start to trust your inner voice, because like I said before, your intuition, your inner voice, it's a part of you. So if you trust yourself, you automatically start to trust your intuition. So let's move on to the oracle cards. We have the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. So we again here have some very beautiful pink colors on this card, also with these two cards over here. So pink is the color of the crown chakra. It's about your connection to spirit, and in some way I feel like it's also really connected to the third eye chakra, so the chakra about intuition. So I see that you are, like I said, you're feeling your way through the darkness, and you are finding out new things about yourself, and you're learning to trust and to be comfortable with new sides about yourself. Perhaps you have been doing some shadow work lately, or you've just taken some time to really sit down and think about how you feel, and that is what has given you that momentum. It is what is giving your inner voice the trust again to start to speak to you. So in case you feel like you have the feeling that your intuition is talking to you, but you can't clearly hear it, just take some time and sit down in silence, maybe with a little bit of music on. There is a lot of good meditation music or just sleep music on YouTube, which can really help you to reach that point of stillness, and just observe yourself and see how you're doing. Like, ask yourself how you're doing and how you are feeling in the moment. And it is in those moments that your intuition will start to talk to you, and at one point the voice won't feel as foreign anymore as it did before. So next up we have the card Call to Action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. So again, this card is telling you to take that step towards listening to your intuition, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not just that your intuition comes to you, but you also have to let it in. You have to let it come in. You have to receive those messages. You should allow those messages to be received. And I feel that for some of you, if not most of you guys, you also receive messages or downloads from the astral realm. So you could be connected to a certain star system like the Pleiades, the Andromedas, or do you have more Sirius, like those kind of star systems? Or you just could feel connected to the stars in general. And your intuition is really telling you to follow your interests. So in case you are interested in things like those star systems I just mentioned, or like astrology, or different dimensions, or how do you call it, sacred geometry, if you're interested in that, your intuition is encouraging you to look more into that, because that is again a way that you can fine-tune your intuition. You should see it as a instrument that needs to be tuned towards your vibration, because if your instrument, your intuition, is speaking on one level and you are on an entirely different level, then you're going to miss each other. So you need to fine-tune yourself and your intuition, because like I said before, you are one. It's not a separate thing. You need to fine-tune so that you can understand what your intuition is telling you. And in case you misinterpreted any of those messages from your own intuition, or any other messages that you receive, like do not worry, like your spirit guides and your angels in the universe, they are telling you to not worry, because it's okay to make those mistakes at times, because right now you are learning. Like I said, you are tuning into your intuition. So in case you make any mistakes, or you were incorrect about something, then it's completely fine. There is nothing to worry about. Next up, we have expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. So very beautiful. This card is telling you that you can only find yourself. You can only find your inner voice within yourself. So you can look at YouTube videos of other people who talk about, intuition, about spirit guides, about spirituality, about vibration, whatever. But you need to also find that. You need to find the confirmation in yourself. You could have someone who tells you, for example, like the law of attraction works, but unless you find that out for yourself, you are not really sure if you can actually believe it, right? You need to see it, or you need to experience it or feel it before you can really believe it. And the universe is telling you that you can find those answers within. You don't have to look far. You don't have to be a spiritual guru of any kind. You don't have to have a lot of knowledge on spirituality, or on tarot, or on yoga, or in meditation, or the chakra system to be spiritual. And because being spiritual is whatever it means to you. There is no label to it, because I think that is what spirituality stands for. It is a certain belief that you can fill in yourself. Like, isn't the goal of spirituality that we shouldn't limit ourselves like we do, for example, in other religions? But you should find your own truth within yourself, because you are the only one who can tell you that. And as last, we have the card Ask Your Angels. So again, there is this presence of angels, or light beings from the astral realm. Like, the funny thing is that when I was pre-shuffling your oracle cards, I wanted to start with this deck from the Keepers of the Light oracle deck, but then my eye caught a book that I own, and it's like right in front of me. So I suddenly my attention was drawn to that book, and the book is called Broken Angels, and like the word angels just stuck to me, and I was like, no, I need to shuffle like this deck. I wasn't even planning on using this deck, which is the Angel Answers deck, and I was just like, no, I should shuffle this first. Like, this is the oracle card that you guys should see and that you guys should pick from. And it's so beautiful that this card also mentions angels. So angels are standing very close to you. So in case you want to communicate with your angels or with your spirit guides, know that it is possible. Even if you feel like your intuition isn't there yet, like that you can't really speak to them, just know that they will be able to find different ways in which they can communicate with you guys. So I can give you an example from my personal experience, just to make it a little bit more relatable. Like, what I like to do is that I try to come up with certain number combinations with different messages. So you have like the numbers 111 and 333 and 555, you know, and you can look them up on Google and see whatever meaning they have. But what I prefer to do is to set a certain number combination and say, like, this is what this means for me. For example, the number 35, what it means for me is that I should focus more on self-love, or it is a confirmation for me that I am indeed doing well in focusing on myself. So you can set these kind of intentions for yourself as well, that you say, like, the number 13 means this for me. Whenever I see the number 13, it means this. And you could also say, like, I want to see it at least 2 or 3 times in a day to, you know, really make sure that this is the message that I need to hear. So you can tailor the way that you speak with your angels. And like I said before, like in the beginning of this reading, I was really thinking about making a video about this. So in case you are interested, you guys, I think this would really help you. So I will really consider making a video about this topic, and if you are interested, just let me know. So let's now move on to your final oracle card from the Mermaids, and I'm going to shuffle this. Okay, that was very fast. We have the card Air, and it's number 26, so 26 could be a number that resonates for you, for example. And this card says, breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life, bringing energies. So I see this card as you and your intuition. And with the exchange of energies, what I'm seeing is that, again, you need to find a balance between you and your intuition. You need to fine-tune that. You need to fine-tune your energy to your intuition so you can hear it more clearly. And even if you just decide to, like, allow those messages to come in and to allow your angels to speak to you, that will already help you. And remember that these things don't happen overnight. They don't happen in a week. Surely you can see change after a week or 2 or after a month, but know that you are on a path. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you. It doesn't matter how short, how long the path is, how difficult or how easy it seems for you. Just do everything on your own pace, because that is what you are supposed to do. That is the way you are supposed to do it. So this is what I'm seeing for you guys, pile number 1. I hope you liked this reading. I hope it resonated for you. I hope I brought you some clear messages that can help you understand your intuition better. In case you did like this video, you can leave a like, you can comment with your story, and you can subscribe to this channel in case you aren't yet, and then perhaps we will see each other in the next video. Bye guys! Hello there to those of you who picked pile number 2 and who picked the Labradorite. So as you can see, I prepared some oracle cards for you guys, but I want to start off with the tarot to first get a more, you know, general overview of what your intuition is trying to tell you. So the image that I get, like, straight away is that your intuition is like banging on your door. Like, it's been trying to tell you something very important for a very long time. And I also just saw the number 3, so you could be seeing a lot of 3s or 333, or it could be have a significant meaning for you. We have the 6 of Wands here. So again, there is a very important message. Your intuition wants to tell you something super important. The World card. So this could be like something life-changing. It could also, for some of you guys, be that there is some type of offer, like in the physical, in the 3D, coming to you guys, and your intuition really wants you to know about it. And I am completely like overwhelmed by this energy. I suddenly start talking like super fast, so I apologize in case I am talking too fast. I will try to slow down a bit, but this is really like your energy and the energy of your intuition. And like, I pulled these cards also very, very quickly. So let's dive into the tarot. So like I said, there could definitely be an offer coming, because we also have the Knight of Wands and then the 10 of Cups. So for you guys, I see that there is a possibility that in the past you felt or you feel like you've been treated unfairly by other people. This could have been in a love relationship, like someone left you for someone else, or they said that they were going to commit to you, but in the end they did not, and you do realize that you are actually better off without them. And it is very much possible that the universe in some way interfered and made sure that you did not end up together with this person. So in case you are seeing this as a disappointment, it could, by the way, also be about a job, that you didn't get a job, or that you didn't get accepted into any kind of school. But whatever it is that you are disappointed about, that you did not get, or that you did not get chosen for, the universe, this is basically a gift for you. That is how the universe wants it to see you, because you wouldn't have been happy or satisfied in that situation, like with that job or with that person. So the universe made sure that you did not end up there. And I think that is what your intuition is trying to tell you. Like, this is such a strong message. Like, it's like, come on, like, this is not a loss. This is a blessing. Like, you've been blessed by the universe. You did not, like, that person did not deserve you. Like, that job was not good for you. That opportunity did not suit you best. Like, you are needed in other areas of your life, and you need to start seeing your own self-worth in that. Like, just because you weren't accepted by like this one person or this one company or this one school doesn't mean that you are suddenly like worthless or anything. Like, you are actually, you're too good for that. You were too good to be accepted. You are too good to be chosen, and you need to start to see your self-worth again, because you did not need that relationship. Especially seeing that with the 10 of Cups, because there is this well, it's a mermaid angel combination and she's looking here at this couple that is like embracing, and this card just tells me like, you didn't need that. It could also be telling you like, you don't need a relationship to be happy. You don't need a relationship to feel like you are worthy. Like, any kind of relationship. You don't need a romantic relationship. You don't need a family member or a friend or any other loved one. You don't need your colleagues or your boss to tell you that you are worthy and that you are smart and that you are good, because you need to start believing that yourself. You cannot rely on other people to tell you that. And that is also exactly what your intuition wants you to know, because deep down inside you already know, but you just need to start to believe it yourself as well. So let's now get into the oracle cards for you. So we have the card Bring Love into the Situation, New Moon in Aquarius. So you could be in Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, but it doesn't have to be. But with Bring Love into the Situation, again, I am seeing that you need to start bringing love back into your life. You should not be so hung up about the past or about the opportunities that you didn't get or the opportunities that you missed, because honestly, you didn't miss it. They didn't pass you by. Like, it was meant to be like this, and you are meant to see yourself in a much higher regard and in a much better light. And I think that whatever situation you are in right now, or very soon you are going to find yourself in another situation that suits you much better, by the way, you will start to realize that it was indeed like a blessing in disguise. Like, the universe was right all along. It was right to take you out of this past situation, because it has now brought you into a new situation where there's a lot of love. So this could be a new relationship coming in. It could be people in general in your life who start to give you more love, or you're going to get that job that will give you the satisfaction that you desire, and also the freedom that you desire. I see for some of you guys, you might be into cooking, into mixing drinks, could be as well, or you could be a foodie and you could just really love to drink. Stick it however it resonates. And that is, I see that gives you like a very playful and happy energy. So in case you do resonate with that, the universe is encouraging you, or like more your intuition is encouraging you to keep doing those things that you enjoy, but of course not indulge too much in it, but just do it in a healthy way. Okay, let's move on to the next cards. We have the card Unlikely, and we have Take Action. So with the card Unlikely and Take Action, what I'm feeling is that whatever you had in mind for your future, or for who you were going to be, what you were going to do, like, the universe is saying, well, it's unlikely. It's likely going to be something else. Like, I don't want to disappoint you too much, but the universe, I have something much better in mind. And your intuition, like I said, it knows that you are meant for better things. And it wants you to start to believe that, and start to open up that space within yourself, that you again start to believe in the impossible. Like, try to look at things from a child's perspective. Like, everything is new. They are curious about everything, and everything is possible in their eyes. And also, what I'm picking up is that you shouldn't worry about like that time is running out, or that you feel like there isn't time enough, or you should be like reaching some type of milestone in some time, or you should be successful at a certain age. Like, you also shouldn't worry about that, because your intuition knows that you are going to be successful, that you are going to be amazing, you are going to be great, but you just need a little bit more time, and that is totally fine. And with the World card, I also see that it could be some type of exposure for you. So you actually might find yourself in a field or with a person that brings you some type of fame or followers, or just recognition amongst the people or amongst your peers in general. But you will definitely be recognized for something that you do, and that is like the thing that you will be recognized for is, you know, that is coming to you right now. So you are being taken out of a situation, you will find yourself in a new situation, and there you can start to really live your passion and be authentic and be passionate about your own life, basically. And after that, people will like recognize you for that, and they will appreciate you for that. So there is a lot of like abundance in love and in relationships in general, I see for you guys. And I see that you are also an aspiring but also an inspiring person, especially once you find yourself in this situation that will make you feel more comfortable, basically, that will bring you that satisfaction and that love that you deserve and that you are looking for. We also have the card Transcendence, rise up honor your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. So this card suits very well with the take action card, I think. This card is telling you, like, you already know on the inside, your intuition already knows. It's banging on your door and it's telling you, like, come on, like, you know this, you know what's going on, you know you deserve it, you know you are worth it. So don't doubt and don't worry and rise up. Rise up to, like, the level that you are supposed to be at. And those disappointments from the past, they are only steps for you to rise up and for you to go to a higher level. And I also see that you will be transcending those mistakes, or you will be transcending the mistakes that you made in the past, whatever that is related to. If there are any things that you feel bad about, or you feel sorry about, or you feel embarrassed about, I see that you will transcend those situations, you will let go of those mistakes, and you will forgive yourself, and you decide that you will no longer let those things influence you. Because here in this Lord Shiva card, we have the snake, which is wrapped around his neck, and the snake represents the ego. It represents the 3D mind, and the snake is around his neck, but Lord Shiva is like, it's fine, like, I am in control, I can control the snake, I can control my ego, it's a part of me, but still I have overcome this. So I see that is also what's going to happen to you guys. You will overcome a part of your ego that is, like, it keeps whispering in your ear, like, you made those mistakes, and in the past you weren't so good, and you were not where you're supposed to be. Like, all those doubts and those worries and those insecurities, you will overcome them, and you will use them as steps to rise to a higher level, and to finally find you in a situation mentally, emotionally, and physically where you are happy and you are loved. So let's now pull your final oracle card from the Mermaids deck. There we go. We have number 21. So 21 could be a significant number for you. We also have the World card, which is also 21, and 21 adds up to 3. And before, I also mentioned that I saw the number 3. So this is definitely could resonate for you in some way. So we have the card the Mirror, know thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are. Wow. And here again we have bring love into the situation, seeing how lovable you are, that you are indeed that person that deserves love and that deserves to be successful. But in case you need some more time, that is completely fine. This card encourages you to take care of yourself, to love yourself for who you are, to know yourself, because knowing yourself is the first step towards loving yourself. We also have some flowers in this card, so in case you feel connected to flowers, and I just saw that in this card over here we have kind of similar flowers, the pink ones over here, and then we have the pink ones over here, of course. So you could be connected to flowers, to pink flowers, could be roses or any other type of flowers. So in case you resonate with that, I think it's definitely beneficial for you to spend some time in nature, spend time around flowers, because that will bring you to a point of stillness where you can really examine your life, your situation, and who you are. And also then, like, in those moments you can become so still, your mind can become so clear that you can clearly hear the voice of your intuition. And I also see for some of you guys that looking at the stars or looking at the sky in general could also really help you to find that point of stillness. Because remember, like, spirituality is different for everyone, and finding a point of stillness or like meditation is also different for everyone. So it doesn't have to be meditation, doesn't have to be yoga. If you like find that point of stillness in reading a book, or indeed watching flowers or watching the sky, then it's like, that's totally up to you. If that works for you, then that is your way of living, it's your way of doing it. So in case you were struggling with that, with finding that point of stillness, know that it doesn't have to be any of those typical spiritual like actions or spiritual activities that can bring you towards that point of stillness or even towards enlightenment. So just do whatever feels good for you, pile number 2. So this is all what I'm seeing for you guys. I really hope that this reading resonated for you and that you got a little bit more information on what your intuition was trying to tell you. In case you like this reading, you can give a like, you can leave your story behind in the comment section down below if you feel called to, and you can subscribe to this channel in case you want to see more videos like this, and then perhaps I will see you in the next video. Bye guys! Hello there to those of you who picked pile number 3 and who picked the rose quartz. So as you can see, I prepared some oracle cards for you guys, but I will first start off with shuffling some tarot to see in general what your intuition wants to tell you and what kind of messages are coming through. And I feel that you are a very sweet and kind person, and that you really like the smell of incense or of scented candles or any other like things that you put in your house to give it that nice smell, or you just might be really into those fruity and flowery light perfumes. So we have the Lover's card, which also fits really well with the rose quartz because it is, after all, the crystal about love. So I see that what your intuition is trying to tell you, it's a message of love. It wants you to love yourself a little bit more, but also I see that it wants to tell you that there is love coming into your life, like a significant other, basically. And we have the Hierophant, which talks about spiritual connections, and wow, the High Priestess, sorry. So the Hierophant and the High Priestess, they are like, how do you say it? They're like a couple, like they are like each other's halves, like they're half and half. So definitely there is someone, a significant person coming into your life. So this could likely be a twin flame because we are talking about two halves here, but it could also be soulmate or divine counterpart, whatever it is that you resonate with. And I see that this other person, they really want to come into your life, but they feel that you are hidden behind a very thin wall. Like it's not you have very high walls up, but they feel like you still have your guard up a little bit, simply because you are a little bit cautious about other people. And that could have many different reasons, and it doesn't really matter because I don't see that it's a problem of any kind, or that it is holding you back in any kind, in any way, or that this person doesn't feel comfortable around you for that way. But they just notice that you have a little bit of a guard up. But I see that they likely also know that this is such a divine connection, because we do have two halves here. So I think they are also very aware of what the two of you are to each other. So we also have the card, the King of Cups. Very beautiful. I love this card. So the King of Cups is about emotions, about relationships, and I feel like this is representing your person. Like they want to be your King of Cups. They want to offer you that cup. And most times when we have a reading in which someone wants to like give you an offer of love, we either see the Page of Cups, but more likely we see the Knight of Cups, which is all about making a romantic offer. But the thing is about the Knight is that it's a knight, and it's not a king, and it's not a queen. Like he is not there yet. He's not there yet that he can confidently give your cup. And I also want to remind you that it is indeed a king. It's a male, but your person could be male or female, like fit it however it needs to fit. But because, you know, just because I'm talking about a king doesn't mean that it can't be a female. Just keep that in mind. But this person, they want to give you their cup. Not only when they want to give it to you, but they are ready for it. So what I also really love about the kings in this deck is that all the court cards, they have a humanoid being, basically. Like, it's humans, or it's like a mermaid or a fairy. It differs a little bit, but every king has an animal on the card, so it's no longer a human, it's an animal. And the way I see it is that at the end of the line, at the end of, in this case, the cups, this person has completely transcended, like, the human experience. Basically, they have transcended their ego, they have forgiven themselves for any past mistakes, and they are no longer clinging on to anything that would hold them back. They have turned into the animal that represents, like, their journey the most. And for this person, like, I hope you're still following me. I hope it's not like too weird or too out there. But this person has fully embodied what it means to be the King of Cups, which is the dragon, which stands for wisdom and intelligence and power. And I see that this is someone who is also pretty mysterious, but also mystical. And because this is a kind of an Asian dragon, I see that for some of you guys, this person could be from Asia, or you could be from Asia, or you or them just have a very big interest in Asia, or especially in like Asian history or like Asian mythology. Like, in general, they could be really interested in those kind of things. But in case they are, or in case you are, like, if one is interested, then I'm feeling that the other is also interested. It might not be, the level of interest might not be as big, but I feel like if you are interested, then they are like interested as well, and the other way around. And as last, we have the Three of Cups. So I see that for some of you guys, you already know this person. Let's move this aside a little bit. You already know this person because you are friends, or you used to be friends. And if that is not the case, like if you don't know this person yet, then I see that you will at first become really good friends, or you will not only be like in a romantic relationship, but you will also feel like this person is your friend, and you can go to them with whatever you want, like whatever you are struggling with. They are not only your lover, they are also your friend. And they see you in the same way. They see you exactly the same. So I think this reading has been more about what your person's higher self wants to tell you than what your higher self wants to tell you, which is completely unexpected, but still, like, we're rolling with it, so it's completely fine. So yeah, your person has such an important message for you that they are basically like sending this to you through your own intuition. And I also see that this person also recognizes themselves as the King of Cups, so it's not like they're a little bit shy or unsure about it, but they know that they are the one for you and that you are the one for them. Okay, let's get into your oracle cards now. First up, we have confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. So you could be a Leo, sun, moon, or rising, or your person could be a Leo. It doesn't have to be. Just fit it like however it needs to fit. If it doesn't resonate, just let it go. So confidence is your key to success. So I see that you need to be confident. I see that this person is coming towards you. Like, this is your story. Like, your person is confirming it to you. So in case you were feeling this already, your person is confirming, yes, indeed, it's me, and I'm coming. And now you just need to be confident about it, because there is success in your future. This relationship will be a success. Your meeting, your union, it will be a success, and it's already a given. But now you need to have that confidence to also make it happen. Next up, we have the card Believe in the Impossible. Well, do I need to say anything more? You need to believe. It might seem impossible at this moment, because you and this person could be either like an unlikely couple, or you haven't seen each other in a while, or you for some reason feel like this is not the person for you, or you will never find the one. But your person is telling you that it is true, and you just need to believe it. You need to have that confidence to believe in it. Because whether you want to believe it or not, this is the truth. Like, this is your person. They are coming towards you. And yes, indeed, I see that they are coming towards you. And it's not necessarily you taking the steps towards them. But I see that they are going to offer you their cup. And then it's up to you whether you will accept that or not. And so the message for you is to be confident enough and be courageous enough to accept that cup, because it's yours to take, because this person has given it to you. So you do not need to worry whether you are like forcing anything or taking anything for granted or anything like that. Like, this person has given you that, and they are very happy with giving you their cup. They are really excited. So the next card we have is Phases and Cycles. There is a new beginning within every ending. Illusions are being revealed and released. So I see that in the past, you guys might have been deceived by someone else, or you just feel like that life hasn't treated you fairly, or that you never were lucky, that you were always unlucky, and that you never really received what you thought that you deserve to receive. And this card is telling you that that cycle is coming to an end. So indeed, you have been through hard times, you have had struggles, life has been treating you somewhat unfairly, but now that cycle is ending and there is a new beginning in which you will receive a lot of blessings. I see abundance when it comes to finances, when it comes to love. I see a beautiful career for you guys, and also a very big pool of self-love. And I see that that is where that confidence needs to come from. And once you tap into that pool of love and you find that confidence, then it will start flowing more freely, and you don't need to keep looking for it anymore. So you will just naturally feel confident and feel good about yourself, and you don't need to like keep telling yourself like, I am beautiful, I am confident, I deserve it, and things like that. Like, you still think those things, but you are not really like consciously telling yourself. It's just something that pops up in your mind. Like, every time you look in the mirror, you're suddenly like, wow, I look really good today. I look really good in these clothes. And I see that this person coming into your life, or like you reconciling, that moment will be the moment when the new cycle starts. So I see that this old cycle of feeling like you haven't been treated fairly will be ending very soon. We have the card Reconsider. So also what I'm picking up is that in the past you might have had a different idea of what your future was going to be like, and with what kind of person you would want to end up with, or what kind of job you wanted to have, perhaps even whether you wanted children or not, or whether you wanted to get married or not, like these really like humane, like mundane things. I see that you had a very different vision of those things. in your future, but you have been reconsidering things and you have come to a different conclusion. This card also really reminds me of Archangel Michael, so you could feel connected to Archangel Michael, or he could be close to you right now in this time, because you are going through a whole time, like a very significant time of renewal, of transformations, and of beginning and endings. So Archangel Michael is really lending you his strength to be able to go through this last portion of the journey towards meeting your like soulmate, twin flame, or divine counterpart. Next up, we have opportunity. So yes, I see some type of opportunity coming your way, which you did not see coming. Like, again, you had a very different vision before of what you were going to do and who you were going to be, where you were going to live. But now suddenly there is an opportunity coming into your life. It's likely that this person will present you this opportunity and things will change drastically for you. In case you have struggled with finances, or you've always felt like you couldn't live comfortably with the amount of money that you earn, I see that you will be showered in money. You will be showered in coins, just like the angel on this card. Like, you will be completely overwhelmed with how much money there is to spend and to give, because I see that you are also a giver, so you could be interested in charity as well. Now, as last, we have the romance card. So this is another confirmation that there is a romantic partner coming into your life, and this is the one. This is your twin flame. This is your divine counterpart. And it could also be a soulmate for you guys, but I see for most of you, in case you resonate with the term, it really is a twin flame. It is a very highly spiritual connection, and you are coming closer and closer to each other. Like, you are being guided towards each other by the universe and by the angels. So let's now get your last oracle card. We actually have two that popped out, so you are having a lot of cards, pile number 3. So the first one is the unseen. There is much hidden from you, so there's a lot going on behind the scenes right now. And the funny thing is, the next card is transparency. Honest, authentic, genuine, present. So these cards basically contradict each other, the unseen and transparency. And we have the number 4 and we have the number 2. So number 2, or any repeated 2s, or number 4, repeated number 4s, you could be seeing them a lot. You will likely also see them a lot before you are going to meet your divine counterpart. And I see that right now there are things hidden from you, like you don't know how things are going to turn out. It might feel like you are in the dark, but very soon there will be transparency. You will see what has been going on behind the scenes. You will finally understand how much has been planned and how much has been going on to bring the two of you finally together. And I also just noticed we also have the High Priestess with the number 2. So again, number 2 could be very significant for you. So in case you are feeling like you're like being left out on things, like perhaps your angels or your intuition is not talking to you as much as you are used to. I mean, this is a video about messages from your intuition, but obviously your intuition doesn't have nothing to say. So again, your intuition is likely not talking to you that much. But that is because it's kind of preparing you for like the big surprise party. Like your guides and your angels and this other person are planning this huge event, this surprise party, and very soon everything will become clear and you will see what has been going on all this time. So pile number 3, that is what I'm seeing for you guys. I hope this reading resonated for you. I hope you can take away some messages from this, perhaps some confirmation or some new information, who knows. In case you like this video, you can give it a like, you can leave your story in the comment section down below, and you can subscribe to this channel in case you haven't yet, so you can stay updated on more videos like this. So perhaps I will see you in the next video. Bye guys! Hello there to those of you who picked pile number 4 and who picked the amethyst. So I'm already feeling for you guys that you might be into some type of witchcraft, or you just like to use spells a lot, or you're working with the law of attraction. So as you can see, I've prepared some oracle cards, but I first want to start with the tarot to see a more general overview at first of what your intuition is trying to tell you. We have the Lover's card that popped out first. So I see for some reason that you could be an earth sign, especially Taurus, because I feel that you are a very confident and stable person, also because you chose pile number 4, and 4 is all about stability. Also have the Tower card, so that's 2 major arcana already. Then we have the Wheel of Fate, which is the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Hanged Man, which is also a major arcana. So we have 4 major arcana so far. So what I am sensing for you, pile number 4, is that recently a lot has changed in your life. And I think that for all of you, this could be something very much different. I see for some of you guys, it is related to love. For other of you, it is related to your living situation, perhaps even to your finances, your income. And I feel like you've been in this situation for a while and you're not sure what to do with the Hanged Man. What I'm feeling is that you are literally just hanging in there. You feel that the ground is being pulled beneath your feet. It's crumbling beneath your feet and you don't know what to do about it. You can't hold it together anymore. We also have the Tower, which speaks about, things falling apart. It talks about a foundation that is falling apart because it was not built very strong. And I see for some of you guys that when it comes to love, it could be that you have recently realized something about your sexuality, or that you have realized something in your relationship in general. Perhaps the person that you were with was not the person that you thought they were, or you realize that you have feelings for someone and you didn't realize that yet. It could have been one of your best friends, and suddenly you're like, oh, but I actually really like this person. And because in 3 of these cards we have humans basically, and they are all male. So I'm seeing for you guys that either you are a male watching this, or you are a male who is into the same sex, but you could also be a female into the same sex. But in case that does not resonate, just let it go. It doesn't have to be. Like I said, it can also be about finances, about career, and about your living situation. But in case it is about your sexuality or about accepting some part of yourself, I see that there has been trouble at home, that your family hasn't been really accepting of who you are or of who you want to be. And I see that this has kind of triggered a awakening in you guys. You're finally really seeing who you are, and you're you're no longer seeing yourself through the eyes of others, but you're now really looking at yourself in the mirror and you're seeing yourself for who you are. But like I said, right now you are in this period where you feel like you can't do anything, like your hands and your feet are tied and you're just stuck and you don't know how to move beyond this situation, and you're probably praying for an answer or for some help. So we also have the card, the Ace of Coins. So again, something related to finances. So in case this resonates for you when it comes to finances or stability when it comes to a home situation, I see that there is nothing for you to worry about, and that once you let go, once you let yourself fall, the universe will catch you and will provide for you in some way by giving you a home and giving you money and giving you the security that you desire. Then at last, as a tarot card, we have the Page of Wands. So here we have a person that is kind of sleepy. So what I'm feeling is that for you guys, you have been kind of sleeping on yourself. You haven't been completely aware of who you are and what you stand for. So again, you could have had some type of realization or epiphany about yourself, about who you want to be, and about your dreams, which was recently triggered, and now you are waking up from that sleep that you were in, but you're still feeling a little bit sleepy. It's like you're in this place between sleeping and waking, and you're not really sure if it's real or not, and you're not really aware of what is going on. It's all a bit fuzzy for you guys. But I see that your intuition really wants to help you, but I think you are simply not used to listening into your intuition and even being aware that you have a gut feeling that tells you if something is going to turn out right or wrong, or that you need to make a decision or not. So let's now move on to the oracle cards. First off, we have emotions are running high. So I feel like recently you could have had some kind of falling out or a discussion, a very heated discussion with someone. Again, it could be at home with your family or any roommates that you live in. I feel like emotions have been running high for quite some time, but now finally the tower has fallen. Finally you're saying it's enough, this is too much. Then we have the card, nothing will come of this situation. So whatever situation you are in, regardless whether this is about like I said, a living situation, a career, or a relationship, like I said, emotions have been running high. You've been struggling to hang on for quite some time, but it's not giving you anything. You are hanging on, but nothing is happening, nothing is changing. Everything stays the same, everyone stays the same. Even if you're having conversations with other people to maybe help them understand with what is going on with you or what you want to do, they are not understanding, which is not necessarily their fault, of course, also not your fault. There's no judgment here, but I'm just seeing that this is not the right situation for you and that you need to take yourself out of that situation. We also have the card, don't let your past hold you back. Put it over here. Don't let your past hold you back. So in case you are dependent or on anyone or anything, like a person or a job, don't let that hold you back from chasing your dreams and from finding the place that makes you happy and finding the people that makes you happy, finding your community. And also don't let any past belief systems or just a belief system hold you back. For example, the belief or the idea that if a man wears pink, like pink is a feminine color, so men can't wear anything pink, and if they do wear something pink, they are gay. Well, I think that is a very much outdated belief, and it is something like this, like some outdated belief that you are still holding on to that might also be holding you back from moving on. And this was, of course, just an example, so fit it to your situation. The next card we have is no. So again, we have a card which is telling you that nothing is going to come of this situation. It's not bringing you anything. It's only keeping you stuck. And this is something that your intuition wants to tell you, but because I said before, I feel like you are not that much used to listening to your intuition or recognizing that voice, that it's quite hard for it to communicate this to you. And that is why the message in this reading is like, it's very straightforward, but at the same time, I don't feel like you are so much aware of this message, which is, of course, like, again, no judgment. We can all like grow, and it's always hard at first to, become more in tune with our intuition and to start to trust it. It's like a whole journey and whole path on its own. But I see that once you remove yourself from this situation and you start living in a more healthier situation, this will also come to you, like this intuition, this gut feeling, like you will start to hear it or feel it more clearly. The next card we have is Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. So there are already some things at work that will help you to move on from this situation or move on from this person. And I see that you are also entirely able to take yourself out of this situation. Like I said before, the universe will be there to catch you, even if it feels like it's taking a risk. But I see that there will be support from the universe, which will translate into some kind of support, like in the physical. So for you guys, I'm specifically seeing some kind of community that will really support you. And your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. So in case you are not aware of it yet, like, you can attract things with your thoughts, but these can be positive and both negative. So if you feel like you are stuck in a situation and you keep repeating to yourself like, oh, people around me don't understand, blah blah blah, then you are not going to make any change about that. You are going to keep to attract a situation where people don't understand you. So you also need to learn how to become more positive about your thoughts, because you can attract new things into your life. You can attract positive things, you can attract negative things, but of course you only want those positive things. You only want to attract love into your life and understanding. So this is something that you have to keep in mind while you are on this journey or on this path towards removing yourself from the situation. And we also have the card Sacred Vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. So this is a very specific message for you guys. I think that the message here at the bottom already says exactly it. Like, I don't need to give any other interpretation to it. It's telling you that it's important to forgive others for what they did to you, for how they treated you, or what they couldn't give you at that time. Because it's important to forgive others to be able to heal yourself. Like, if you cannot forgive, or if you do not forgive someone else, then you will not be able to move on from that situation. And forgiving someone else doesn't mean that it's suddenly okay and that you forget about it, but it means that you care about yourself enough that you decide to no longer let that person or let that situation influence you, and you decide to move on. And once you move on, you can heal from it. And at one point you will start to see the light in other people. You will start to meet people who are more like you and who fit you better, and you will see that there is a light in people after all, that there are good people in this world after all, and that there are people who actually care for you. And remember that love has no boundaries. So there are no rules when it comes to love. There are no rules when it comes to relationships. Like that only like a man and a woman can have a relationship. Like there are so many different ways that you can love someone, and there are so many different versions of love, and they are all perfect. They are all worth it, and they are all worth it to be experienced and to be felt. And also for you guys, you are deserving to feel that kind of love and to be in a relationship that gives you love that you deserve. Now let's pull one last oracle card for you guys from the Mermaids. Anything else that your intuition wants to tell you? So we have the 2 cards for you guys. The first one is number 38, Guide. A guide, mentor, trustworthy ally. So again, I see that there will be some type of community, or maybe just one person who will really help you and who will guide you on this path that you are on, who will guide you towards healing. They might even teach you more about forgiveness and about love and about relationships. And I see that this person has all the right intentions for you. And since these 2 mermaids they look similar, they are kind of mirroring. So I see this is someone who like looks like you, like personality wise, or when it comes to interests. And this could even be like a soulmate, like someone you are supposed to meet. We also have the card 12, the present, gift, treasure, revelation of own value, nowness. So this is where you are headed. You are headed towards a moment in time where you can treasure yourself and treasure your own life, and you know your own worth, and you know your own value, and you are brave and courageous enough to step up for yourself and to choose make the decision for yourself to start to do something that you love doing, and that you no longer do something or hold yourself back from doing something because other people want you to, or because you think that other people want you to hold back on that. So this is all what I am seeing for you guys, pile number 4. I hope this reading resonated for you. I hope there are like some messages you can take away from this. In case you like this video, you can give it a like, you can leave your story in the comment section down below if you feel called to, and you can subscribe to this channel to stay updated on more videos like this, and then perhaps I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye!